Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning session. I'm really excited to be here. So today we're going to be talking practice management, how to successfully run your practice, and how to run it for survival and sustainable growth during and post COVID-19. I'm Nestene Botha, and I'll be your presenter this morning. So, who am I? I'm a chartered accountant, a registered auditor, tax practitioner. I'm also co-founder and chief executive dreamer at Explore ProTech. So, if you want to check out more about me, you're welcome to do so. At this link, www.protechaccounting.com. Over there, you'll also find that we have many solutions for entrepreneurs just like you. So we do accounting, tax, auditing, but also networking and business solutions, marketing and digital services, and training and development. The quote that I have for you guys for today, just to set the tone for this morning session, is one from a CPA at Frazier and Dieter, so from the US. And this was during an interview about how their firm is coping with COVID and the post-COVID economy. And what he said was, I've always embraced change because it presents an opportunity to improve, which makes what we do fun. This is going to change us as a firm, and that's exciting. So for me, this was a very inspiring quote because I know at the moment there's a lot of uncertainty in the industry and it for entrepreneurs as a whole. So for me to see the way that this person is approaching what is happening with us in the post-corona era was really refreshing, and I think that's something we can all kind of take away from this. So I'm going to be talking to you this morning about a lot of new things, different things. We're going to be looking at the economy and the way everything is going in a post-corona era. And I think what we need to do is just take to heart this attitude and kind of embrace it, the mindset that change isn't always a bad thing. Change could lead to our greatest opportunities. So if we can kind of keep that in mind, and then we'll go through the rest of this practice management presentation together. Just before we start on the actual topics, I want to encourage you guys to take part in the chat, ask questions, really engage. Let's talk to each other. I always like to have my sessions very, very interactive. So those of you that have attended some of my previous webinars will know that the more interactive, the better. The more engagement, the more we can help each other, the more we can help move each other forward. And that's fantastic. Okay, so what I'll be covering with you today is an introduction to the post-COVID-19 economy, and then tech trends in the accounting sector. We'll look at some key strategic moves for survival. We'll look at some tech solutions that you can implement in order to effectively manage your practice during this time. And then we'll also discuss the future outlook and where we want to be in terms of practice management. Okay, so if you guys are ready to get going, then I am ready to lead us there. Okay, so first of all, I want to just spend some time talking about the post-COVID-19 economy and what exactly does this look like for us? What does it mean for us in the accounting industry? So I took some snapshots just from the web over the weekend. So these are the kind of headlines that we can see out there at the moment. And it's things like coronavirus, Baldwin's regional CEO, all firms must become digital first. There's things like crisis drives reliance on accounting tech, supporting clients on the long road to recovery. SMEs face increased cybersecurity risks, phishing attempts. People are being left behind, says research on digital transformation. And then digitize or die, myths about accounts payable software. So what we can see really coming out and shining through in all of these headlines, and I mean, you're welcome to kind of have a look, for yourself going out there. Just if you type in latest news accounting industry, you'll be able to see headlines like these. And I like to do this from time to time because it helps me just kind of gauge exactly where we're at, confirm what I think I know, and then structure all our practice management strategy sessions around that. So what I can really see coming through in this is, well, one, I think it's very clear that accounting or the COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown has kind of shone a spotlight on firms that and their use of tech. We need to embrace technology in order to get through the post-corona economy and to be able to assist our clients. I mean, that was never more clear than when we experienced lockdown. And that's also something that's interesting about the quote. So that CPI from Fraser that said that the change in the economy is something fun and exciting to look forward to. What they actually did was they had to do audits during lockdown when everything was locked down, and they had to perform a stock count and a verification of the stock at hand, and they actually ended up using drones in order to do the stock verification. And it was so interesting because what happened was the audit file was full of footage from the drones and the physical verification of the stock. So it's a very exciting time, and that's just one example of how one CPA, one chartered accountant, pivoted their firm and their way that they're managing their practice at the moment in order to cater for what's going on in the world. The second thing that I can really see coming through from these headlines is that our SMEs are under pressure. So, for example, this one, supporting clients on the long road to recovery. A lot of clients are going through a cash flow crunch at the moment. Now, as accountants, how do we deal with that? It becomes very difficult when, some firms found during COVID almost like 60-80% of their clients couldn't pay invoices on time anymore. So what do you do from there in order to still manage your practice so that you can make a success of things? So those are really the key points of what I can see going on at the moment, and that we as practice owners and practice managers need to take into account when we plan how we're going to manage our practices going forward.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.